Hey guys, welcome to another voice blog. Today I want to cover my top 3 tips for beginners. So let's dive in. Tip number 1, embrace the learning process. So most beginners tend to come at singing from a perspective of you're either talented or you're not. Because of that, they tend to feel like they have to either figure this out very quickly, or the alternative is they're not talented. And if they're not talented, there's nowhere to go from there with that kind of framework. They're stuck there forever. I'd encourage you to abandon that kind of idea and move over to the reality of singing, which is that it's just a skill like any other. It's just like learning any other instrument, like learning guitar or violin or whatever, or like learning something like basketball or tennis. Any skill really that you can think of that requires commitment on the student's part over to incremental improvement over a long period of time. That's all singing is. The only reason it's seen as any different is because we all grow up with different kinds of cultures, and also we all grow up singing a great deal or a little bit or hardly at all. So we have just different amounts of experience using our voice when we begin to and decide that we want to learn to sing. So we all start from a slightly different place for this reason. Ultimately, we all start at the beginning, but it's just a case of where you got to when you were young and where that part of the learning process stopped. So if you see singing as a skill and something that you need to commit time to and incrementally improve at over a long period of time, you are opening doors for yourself, and you are seeing that, oh, hang on, there is a future for me in singing. There is somewhere for me to go. Like, what am I lacking? What do I need to work on? That kind of thing. It basically gives you somewhere to go, that kind of mindset, versus talent, no talent, gives you nowhere to go if you haven't got it day one. So it's tip number 1. Tip number 2, don't panic and start small. So this ties into tip number 1 in the sense that if we're coming at singing from this talent, no talent kind of mindset, generally we'll do anything to sing in tune or to get the pitch or to just try and get it to work now. And what tends to happen is, especially if we're learning this in our 20s or 30s or 40s, we tend to panic. So something unexpected will happen, and our voice will flip or break, or it won't quite go where we want it to go, and we'll grab, we'll push, we'll do anything to get the pitch to like make it right, grabbing with all these bad muscles, panicking basically. I recommend that, like, when you start just using your voice for the first time, don't even worry about pitch. Like, focus on exercises that are just siren exercises where there's no particular pitch you need to even sing. You're just sliding up and down and focusing primarily on finding it easy and comfortably. So you could do something like just a hum on a siren. And the main challenge here would be to say to yourself, like, can I just remain calm humming on a siren? So can I remain calm regardless of what happens, regardless of if it flips or breaks or whatever it does? That's really what you need to be focusing on when you start, like, just staying calm and realizing that you're going to have to chip away at this this problem, and that as soon as you panic, you're kind of done. Even if you can sing poorly but remain calm, that's going to actually connect with the audiences much more than if you can sing well but you're panicking all the time. all that stuff. Panic, 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 push, push, push. Even if you're in tune, it's not going to connect with anyone. Conversely, you can sing kind of not very well, but if you are calm and just, you know, accept that this is the best you can do today, then you're going to connect with people regardless. So your challenge really as a beginner a lot of the time is just to see if you can vocalize and remain calm. Find exercises that help you to stay calm and relaxed, and realize that that's what people are going to be drawn to a lot more than people are just drawn to that sense of this guy is open and calm and comfortable, a lot more than this guy is frightened and he's panicking and he's scared. No one's ever going to connect with that, because people don't like fear. It's literally that simple. If you're scared and you are panicking, people will want you to succeed, but they're not really going to connect with it, because it's just not normal, you know. If I'm talking to you like this, I'm like, that's, people are going to obviously react to that with the same response. Basically, they can feel that fear, they can feel that panic oozing out of you. So as you vocalize and do anything with your voice, just stay calm, relax, take it easy, and explore. Like, it's more a process of discovery than it is forced and pushed. Now, the second part of this tip is to start small, and this is a way to help you not to panic. Most people can sing at a small volume pretty well, pretty easily a lot of the time, especially the girls. So you could do something like just sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and by small I mean just like you were singing at a low volume. Twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are. Yeah, small, low volume. Now, the best way to think about small is that it's generally kind of narrow and in control. If it's not small, it will be something that is heavy and weighted, and also it's generally pushed and gets wide. So if I did a scale, wide, or wide, or staying narrow, in control, and small. So when you sing or vocalize, just challenge yourself to stay small, light, and that in itself is going to help you to find the correct coordinations in here. To go from that nice, small, tight, precise place to singing loud is actually not that difficult, but to go from that lack of controlled place, that push, to go from there to singing correctly and well is almost impossible. You pretty much have to abandon the push and the yell and start over again anyway. So start small, start precise, start at low volume if you're struggling. Tip number 3, make lots of mistakes and get comfortable doing it. So just like if we were learning to shoot a basketball, we're not going to expect that motion is going to be completely refined and coordinated straight away. We're going to have to miss a lot of baskets, so to speak. We're going to have to shoot incorrectly. We're going to have to find our way and refine that coordination until it is smooth and automatic and the same every single time. Just like that with singing, more often than not, when you push outside of your comfort zone gradually and whilst remaining calm, you're going to find that you flip, break, make mistakes. It's not going to sound nice a lot of the time. You have to be comfortable with this and realize that actually this is the key and the big secret to learning and really developing into a great singer, is to always be just pushing your comfort zone a little bit whilst staying as calm as you can and relaxed as you can. And as you do that, you're going to make mistakes. It's inevitable. If you always sing within your comfort zone and you never make mistakes, you might sing well, but you're never going to improve. So we're looking to find this balance between staying within our comfort zone when we perform, and then in our practice always pushing outside of that, always kind of looking to develop, and realizing that the only way to go out of your comfort zone is to embrace making mistakes, embrace breaking, flipping, over squeezing a bit here, not squeezing enough there, like missing the pitch, whatever it is. That's just inevitable. It's part of the learning process. So don't beat yourself up about it. Don't feel like, oh, I'm not very good, because just like the basketball player, eventually as you go through that motion more and more, it gets more and more refined. As you repeat it, it becomes like a carbon copy each time, just like a photocopier. Each time you do it, it will be the same, but you have to repeat it and narrow down the motion day by day, week by week, year by year, month by month, year by year. That motion becomes more and more tight and refined and easy, and just bang, coordinated every time, exactly the same. But the only way to get to that point is to fall over, make mistakes, just like a kid walking. You know, you don't expect a child to just stand up and walk straight away. They take a couple of steps, they fall. They get up. They take another few steps, they fall. They get up. They try and walk. They fall again. They get up. Gradually, over the weeks and months and years, they'll learn to walk and then run, and it will take them a significant amount of time, even at that young age. If you think about the very first steps a child takes to get to the point where they can run and walk and, you know, jump around and play very easily without any mental concern of if they're going to fall over, it takes quite a few years, believe it or not. So realize this: incremental improvement over a long period of time, making a lot of mistakes, narrowing down those motions until they're really precise and concrete. All of this goes back to the first tip. It's a skill that you have to commit to and refine day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. Let yourself make those mistakes, let yourself fall over, get comfortable, stay calm, and you will learn, you will progress. If you come at things from this mindset, you just these 3 tips, if you keep them in mind daily as you learn to sing, you're going to be so far ahead of most people just in terms of your basic approach, that you'll find that you can get the kinds of results that a lot of people really dream of and are never going to get, because they haven't addressed the foundations. They haven't addressed just the basic approach of what they're doing. Like, how do I learn something? Regardless, it could be anything, anything you're doing, any sport, any instrument. Like, how do I learn? That's the key. The foundation has to be correct. Stay calm, make mistakes, embrace the learning process. Hope these 3 tips have helped you guys. Please comment, rate and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.